Hi everybody, Patrick here from Engineeringshock.com, electroniclessons.com, and paintballprops.com. Today I'm going to talk about a software update for my current Kickstarter campaign, the 10-bit infrared learning processor board. If you haven't seen some of my previous videos, I'll link one of them below as well as the Kickstarter link. I'm going to run through the new features, and if you want to learn more about the board, please feel free to have a look at the videos below. One of the new features is the fact that there's an 11th code. So I'm going to program in that 11th code. Now what that 11th code is going to do is it's not going to control any single output. It's going to clear the output state. Now this only works in latching mode. Latching output active high and latching output low modes. So first of all I'm going to plug it in, and I'm going to use just a standard infrared remote, and I'm going to tell you what buttons I'm pressing. I'm pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. And the 11th code is volume up. And once you've programmed in the 11th code, the LED will stay on. I'm going to remove power. I'm going to connect my jumper. I'm going to remove it from the PG pins. I'm going to connect it to the B header, and that puts us in latching mode. So I'm going to press 1, and output 0 turns on. Output 0 on the header will also goes high. Remember, these are just indicator LEDs that show you the logic on the output pins. I'm going to press 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. So all the outputs are high. What if I want to set or clear all the outputs? I press the 11th code, which is volume up. So that 11th code clears the outputs. So now I'm going to unplug again. What if I want to go into active high? What if I want to go into, active low mode? I keep the jumper on the B pins. I'm going to place the jumper on the A pins as well. And when I power it up, all the outputs should go high immediately. Now we're in active low mode. Now all the codes are still programmed in. I'm going to press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can press 7, 8, 9, and 0, but I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to press the volume up key. And that sets the outputs. So basically that 11th code acts as a clearing mechanism, clears all the outputs in active high mode and in active low mode when all of the outputs start off high. And if I clear some of the outputs and I want to reset all the outputs high, I just have to press the volume up key, because that's what I've programmed in. Now I'm going to talk about the secondary program mode. I've removed the A and B jumpers and I've connected the PG jumper for program. What this mode does is it allows for me to program a code and select which output I want that specific code to correspond to. I also don't have to program in all the codes. I just have to program in a couple if I want. I would suggest programming them all, but that's up to me. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to program in. I'm going to program in codes backwards to show you that they're working. I'm going to program in output 9, output pin 9, output 9. These are just the indicators. I'm going to program that in from 1, 8 as 2. On the controller, 7 is 3, 6 is 4, 5 is 5, and so on. And then I'm going to program the 11th code right here as channel up. So just what I have to do first is I have the PG jumper connected. I'm going to hold this button down, the cell button, and we're going to notice that the indicator LED flashes a few times. Good. So let's press 1. I've pressed 1. The indicator LED went on. At this point, I have to choose which output I want to correspond to. So I'm going to bring it all the way up to 9. I'm just going to do that by holding this button, the cell button, and as you can see, when I let go, that will be the output that it'll correspond to. So the 1 button corresponds to output 9. This is the output 9 pin. This is the output 9 LED. So I'm going to program in 2 for 8, and we're going to move backwards. So I've pressed 2. Just going to hold down the cell button until I get to 8. Now I'm going to do output 7 to 3, or 3 on the remote, 4 to 6, 5 to 5, 6 to 4, 7 to 3, 8 to 2, 9 to 1, and 0 to 0. And I'm going to do channel up, and I'm going to bring that to the in LED, the rightmost LED. That's the indicator LED, and that is going to be our clearing code. Okay, now I'm going to remove power, remove the PG pin, connect it to the B pin so it will be in latching mode. Power back on. After 10 seconds, allowing the capacitors to discharge. I'm going to press 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. I'm going to press channel up to clear all the outputs, and I'm going to, so let's press 98765432110, 9876543, and press clear. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and clear. Again, if I remove power, those codes are saved. I add another jumper to the A side. Give it a second for the capacitors to discharge. Power it back up. All the outputs are high. I'll press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0, and then I'll set the outputs. So it's opposite logic if I have both the A and B jumpers connected. Now remember, if I have no jumper on A or B and power it up, I'm in momentary mode. So if I hold 9, if I hold 0, it'll stay the relative output that's programmed will stay high until I let go of the button. I'm letting go of 0. So I'll press 1 and I'll let it go. 2, let it go. 3, let it go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0, momentary mode. So that's it. You've seen the two updates. The 11th code that clears or sets the outputs in latching mode depending on whether you're in active high or active low mode, and the specialty program mode that allows for you to basically set the relative output that you want to correspond with the input code. So if I program in power and I want that to correspond to output 6, pin 6 right here, and LED 6 right here, labeled on the board, then I basically choose it by holding down the cell button. And in order to access that mode, I need the PG jumper connected, and I need to be holding down the cell button during power up, in which case the indicator LED will flash about 5 times. So, thanks for watching. I just wanted to show off this new addition. These additions came from comments from Kickstarter pledgers, so thanks to all of you. Take care, guys.